today. First of all, congrats to Mr. Governor on his re-election for the second term. Well deserved. Hard fought battle. In fact, let me not call it battle, war. When you have 17 governors, 50 senators, House of Rep, I don't know how many they were, against one man, and he came out victorious. God is good. To the Osun people that not only voted for us, but stood their ground, defended their votes from the polling units all the way to the local coalition centers, then from there to the big coalition center that stayed up, stood outside, and the love, I can't remember how many times I cried that day because the love was amazing. And this should be, my uncle, the governor, should be an example to all other government officials out there and governors. It shows that if you work well for the people will work well for you. No matter what. They brought everything they could have used. And it didn't work. Because the people were with us and God. I'm very excited for these next 4 years for my uncle. You know, look how Osun is already thriving already. You know, so I can just imagine the plans, you know, for the next 4 years. But I really want to thank the Osun people, you know, for standing by their Adeleke, standing by my family, and you know, making sure, you know, we got re-elected. With all the intimidation, all the vote buying they did, you know, what didn't they do? You know what I'm saying? And I remember somebody called me, somebody was talking to me about the election, I think a day before, and the person said, it will be a miracle for us to get re-elected. To be a miracle. That was the person too. But anyway, we have so much, you know, future plans for the state. Myself, the chairman of the Sports Trust Fund, I wanted to do a lot of things, but I actually wanted to wait for the election to, you know, pass by. I know during the campaign they were saying, I'm the chairman of the Church Trust Fund and I've not done anything, blah, blah, blah. I've not done anything, but we're almost done with the stadium. You know, I'm actually going to go and visit the stadium today. You know, there are plans to also build a recreational center for the youth, which will involve football fields, you know, swimming pools, paddle, tennis, basketball, track, everything sports, you know what I'm saying? So that's another project that I'm looking forward to. And most importantly, my job, a concert that we're meant to do my last tour. But I think in December, the stadium should be done, I think, before inauguration. So I think after inauguration, we'll have the no concerts finally in Osun. So we thank God. I landed this morning from London. I had a show in London, couple shows and stuff like that. I was watching the election from there, you know. So yeah, we came back up to celebrate with family, and I'm very, very excited. So I'd like to hear from you guys. If you guys have any questions for me, I'll take it.
Thank you very much. That was a very brilliant one from the chairman. Yes, colleagues, I would like to seek your indulgence. We cannot take everybody because of his engagements, but we are going to take 4 questions. And I would like the questions to cut across the media genres, from the print, the broadcast, the locally based stations in Osun, and the chairman can fire the first question.
No. I would like to take the last. I mean, everybody. Now, please, before we go to those questions, is the chairman sports trust fund one? He's also the chairman youth mobilization, and he's a musician. That one is a special field. You can ask anything about that one. So, but in order not to keep ourselves there, your question is one. There is no attachment. There is no addendum. There is no A1A1B. Please. Yes. Honorable particularly, your question is one.
Questions.
Your question is one. Your question is one. Honorable, your question is one. If you are giving the microphone or a person for this?
Chairman, I would rather not ask because
right.
I have more than one question. So
allow me, let's start with that.
I have more than one question.
Good morning, Mr. David. I would like you to look. Okay. Can you answer in Yoruba?
She's thinking. Let's leave her that one.
I would like you to look back at the almost 4 years being spent by your uncle already. There is no how man can be perfect in all aspects. Do you notice any flaw, any mistake? What advice will you give to your uncle to adjust in the next 4 years?
Thank you.
Please, I also ask somebody from this side to bring a pen and a paper so we put the questions together so that I can answer that for the sake of the cameras. When we do stop our calls, it will be difficult somehow. Please, a paper and a pen so that you adjust the questions, you can put it together and answer it as it flows.
Let me answer that.
Okay, let him answer that one subsequently.
If you ask me, I'll say the last 4 years I don't see any flaws from Gov Adeleke. And it showed in our election results. We went, I think, from 2022. Yeah. I think we were leading by 20,000.
Yes.
Then this one is out
60.
Oh, bro. 60. That's it. The party have it.
Almost.
So when you see ×3 of votes from the previous, from when we entered, obviously that is a sign of the people accepting that the governor has worked well. So I don't think that there's any flaw, if you ask me. But if you ask me, should we do more? Of course. We are learning every day. The governor has an extra 4.5 years, to complete the dream. If you go around Osun right now, I know how many people, come from outside, live in London and America, haven't been to Osun in years, and they came last year, this year, and they can't even recognize the place. So shout out to the government, man. No flaws on my side. That's it.
Number 2 is the central. Number 3 is the only.